Is it the market, or do you actually have a crappy realtor?
Coming up next on Real Estate Dirt.
So, is it the market conditions, or is it actually your realtor causing you to not have a home under contract at this time? That's what we're talking about today. And it was prompted from a phone call I received today from a client, well, not a client, potential customer, who said, I had a realtor, I didn't sign anything with them, I want to switch realtors, to which I replied, let's talk about what your frustrations are and why you think you need to change realtors, because I don't want you to have the same experience twice, because it could be the market, not the realtor.
The market's a little nutty right now.
It is May of 2023, end of May, and it is absolutely a seller's market. Why? The inventory is so low. So low. Recently just had a friend here from Tennessee. Difference in the markets as far as availability of housing, drastically different. Probably, I think off the top of my head, if I looked at the graph, it would probably be they have 40% more inventory than we do, which is significant. When this person reaches out to me and says, I need to change realtors, I don't just dive in and swoop up because
we're honest.
That too.
Because we're honest.
That too. And I have respect for my peers. So I don't want to step on any toes. But let's talk about what it was. And one of the first things off the top of his head was he's losing bids.
Now this could be either or. If you're losing bids, it could be that the market is just crazy, which it is. Or you could be getting bad advice from your realtor.
Right.
This could go either way.
Or just uninformed advice. In this particular example, I do think it was the market conditions. So the price point of this person and what they expected for the price point, and I'll modify this, is I have a $100,000 purchase price and I want a 7-bedroom, 3-bath house. Well, there's no 7-bedroom, 3-bath house for $100,000, I think, in the state of Illinois. So in that point, it would be what you get for your money, that it just doesn't exist. And this was partly the case. Of course, I'm making it more drastic.
I think $100,000 in today's money here in northeastern Illinois buys you approximately 1 square inch of land out in the middle of nowhere with no services.
Not that bad. But if you go far enough out, you do get more for your money the further away you are from the city and amenities and highways and things like that.
2 square inches.
So some of the things that you have to pay attention to are, what is your purchase price? This person also went on to say that they had an FHA loan. So based on the size of house they were looking for at the purchase price they had,
a competitive purchase price.
Well, any house that they would have found close to the size they wanted at the price they wanted to spend would have been in disrepair.
Most likely.
Probably pretty serious disrepair. And in this particular case, they had an FHA loan. Without going into the weeds, an FHA loan will not apply to certain houses if they're beyond a certain level of condition. You'd have to go conventional or cash to get those houses. So again, here I was having a conversation of, well, your purchase price for the size of home you're looking for is probably a little aggressive, and you're realizing that because the condition of the houses that even come close to the size you're looking for at your price point are below the condition that an FHA loan would allow you to purchase. Again, in that case, both of these cases, it's the market, not the realtor that they were working with.
Furthermore, FHA loans, usually people who are getting that type of loan, they're not putting as much down as somebody who's going conventional, or obviously anybody that's buying full cash. So the strength of the buyer's financing is usually less than other types of loans. So if you have a property for sale and you have an FHA buyer and somebody that's putting 20% down, they're conventional, the conventional buyer is a stronger financial bet.
And there are still conventional loans that are 3 and 5% down. We should say that. But again, a conventional 3 or 5% down loan would still typically beat out an FHA 3.5% down loan. And that's just going into, again, that's the market conditions reflecting on the loan product, not necessarily the realtor. The realtor should be able to take all things into account. So some of the things I think you can look forward to see, is your realtor actually not good? Would be, are they providing you all the tools or a variety of tools you need to compete in this market? Whether that's offering appraisal gaps, escalation riders, local market data, insight from previous homes that they have listed and the competitiveness of that, or other buyers they've represented and the competitiveness there. They should have a point of reference from current experience in the market versus someone who maybe only sells one house a year, maybe won't have that same insight as somebody who sells 50, 60, 100 homes a year. They're going to have more of a pulse on the current market conditions than a realtor who doesn't do quite as much.
I think a good realtor can help you strategize and get creative with how you put together offers on properties, which, although is no guarantee, can increase your chances of being the successful bidder and getting the home that you want.
And I do realize sometimes, and we're put in a position, I've been put in a position many times, as well as Bertha and as another buyer specialist on our team, is especially when you're working with a client new, I don't want to look pushy and say, oh, bid list price and, do all these things. I will share that, but I also share that I'll support whatever decision you make, whether that's less than what I suggested. If it's too much more than I suggested, I'll probably say something about that too. But it's your own journey. I recognize that maybe you have to experience it for yourself. And sometimes it's hard for me as a realtor to say, I don't want to look like I'm in there just to get you to throw all your money at it and win the bid. I want you to feel supported because I do support you, but truth be told, the market conditions are dictating this. So.
We don't want to.
I never want to come across pushy.
No.
So sometimes early on, I'll be like, well, this is kind of where it's at.
I mean, I could tell you from my own experience out there with buyers recently, I've actually sat down and said, you know what, guys, I hate to sound like this. I don't want you to think I'm trying to be pushy, but the reality is this property that we just looked at.
Yeah.
If you don't bid XYZ on this property, you're not going to get it.
You're not even going to have a shot.
Now we don't have to make a move on it.
No.
But I just want you to be informed that we have to go now. It has to be at least this price, possibly more, and if not, you're not getting it.
Because our inventory is so low right now. Like I had to say to another client, I said they wanted to come in like $5,000 below list price for a competitive situation. Now, truth be told, I don't think they're going to get it at list. And I said that you're going to have to bid over. However, at least do list. Like, let's not come in below, because the $5,000 difference between what you want to offer and the list price on a 30-year mortgage, I mean, we're talking pennies. Like, this is not, in a competitive situation, $5,000 isn't doing anything except insulting the seller.
There's lots of different little things that can be done, like I said before, to increase your chances. And you want to work with a realtor that understands them all.
Yes. And I'd say the other areas that, to sum it up, to know whether or not it's your realtor or it's the market, are they proactive about telling you what the market conditions are, maybe other experiences they're having in the market, as we just mentioned? Are they providing you with all the tools and their candid expertise, whether you choose to follow it 100% or not? Are they still providing it in a candid, transparent sort of way? Also, are they responsive to all of your questions? Are they getting back to you in a timely manner? Are they setting proper expectations for what's going to happen? Hey, if you do this, ABC happens. If you do this, this happens.
So the realtor, for the example that you were giving here today about the buyer that called you and said, I want to get rid of my realtor, I haven't signed anything. I will say there's one criticism. That realtor obviously didn't set proper expectations.
Right. And that comes down to having a buyer consult. If you're out there in the market, we do 15-minute online Zoom buyer consults. I don't want anybody to feel trapped, but I want somebody to feel empowered to choose a realtor they feel comfortable with to help them negotiate their biggest purchase of their life to that point. 9 times out of 10. So do a 15-minute consult. Don't just pick the realtor off the internet or whoever answers the phone. Especially in this market, you need the knowledge and the expertise and the candor and the integrity, because we always put your pocketbook ahead of our own, but we're always going to tell you where the market lies so that you can make the best decision for yourself and your family. So, is it the market or is it your realtor?
Could be either.
And it could be both, I guess. But I think that if your realtor is providing you the tools, being proactive, is very responsive, is doing their best to set the expectations. There's always a rogue event. That's normal. I mean, nobody can predict anything in life 100%. There is nothing that is 100% for sure in life except death. So,
no one's getting out alive.
Nobody's getting out alive. That's about all the guarantees we can get. If you have a real estate agent who is hard to get a hold of, who doesn't want to show you a house, who is just telling you bid list price, or isn't giving you any data, or can't support it with any background information on why you should do this or that or the market conditions, yeah.
Can we offer second opinions? Can we offer second opinions?
Realtor. Yes, if they reach out to us.
If you reach out to us, we can give you a second opinion.
Absolutely. But I never want to step on toes. I mean, if I think that it's just the market, I'm always going to tell you it's the market, not your realtor. Please stay with your realtor. So, on that note, I hope that gave you some insight on whether it's your realtor or the market. And I would tell you,
like and subscribe.
I like to think more times than not, it's the market conditions, not necessarily your realtor.
Still like and subscribe.
Absolutely. And we'll see you next time here on Real Estate Dirt.
Peace.
What's with that peace thing? Nobody likes it.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Peace.
Do you have a topic for today? Do you have a topic to talk about for this reel? Are you prepared? Did you come to this meeting prepared? We just sat down, you turned on the lights, you did all the things. Are you prepared? Do you have a topic?
I just click go, and then brilliance comes out. I'm totally ready.
Let's click go. Show me the brilliance.
Are you asking me to focus?
Oh my God.
Well, you got to give me a topic first.
Is it the market, or do you actually have a crappy realtor?
Coming up next on Real Estate Dirt.
What? I did that quite well.
You want to do it again?
No.
Okay.
Fine. I'll do it again. Whatever you want to do. Where's the brilliance now?